As the school day begins, two students, Sam and John, open their lockers, only to be mocked by a group of bullying classmates. Sam, pushed to his limit, charges at one of the bullies, but is immediately overpowered and thrown to the ground. Witnessing the attack, John steps in, his fist glowing with an otherworldly light. Surrounded by curious students, he quickly restrains his power to avoid revealing his true identity and leaves the scene with Sam. It soon becomes clear that John is not an ordinary human, but an alien from another planet hiding among them. Months earlier, under the glow of a full moon in a dark forest, John and another young alien, known as Number 3, hid from unknown threats. One of them senses danger and cautiously prepares to defend themselves. Suddenly, strange, terrifying creatures appear, closing in from all directions. Number 3 panics and attempts to flee, but is quickly overtaken by a powerful Mogadorian commander. In a single merciless attack, the commander snatches his pendant and kills him, leaving only a trail of dust behind. The pendant is added to the commander's growing collection, a grim trophy and reminder of the escalating danger. Meanwhile, John, also known as Number 4, escapes into the night, the sole survivor of the encounter. Later, John experiences a strange, painful glow on his leg while spending time at the beach with friends. He is confronted by a ghostly vision of Number 3, urgently warning him of the danger ahead. Witnesses nearby are stunned, recording the strange event on their phones. Moments later, John awakens on the beach, meeting a man named Henri, who understands their unique alien abilities. Henri immediately notices the injury on John's leg and realizes that Number 3 has been killed. Without delay, he takes John away from the beach, erasing all evidence of their time there, including photos, to protect him from the Mogadorians. During their journey, John confides in Henri about the secret of their origins. He and 8 other special children escape their home planet, Lorien, which is under attack by a race of bald, ruthless aliens known as Mogadorians. The aliens are hunting the children in a specific order, targeting them one by one. Scars on John's leg reveal that numbers 1, 2, and 3 have already been captured and slain, making him the next target. Henri provides John with a new identity and directs him to a remote house in Ohio, believing it will serve as a safe haven. Inside the Ohio home, John notices a poster of local football hero Bernie Kosar. Unbeknownst to them, a mysterious lizard has been following them. Working carefully, Henri scrubs all information about John from the internet to avoid detection. That night, the lizard unexpectedly transforms into a dog, which John decides to keep as a loyal companion, naming it Bernie Kosar. In secret, Henri hides a mysterious box belonging to his father inside a wall clock, intending to open it only at the appropriate moment. Meanwhile, Number 6, a powerful girl and ally, arrives at the hideout searching for John. Unable to find him, she opts to destroy the cabin. The following morning, John resolves to attend school, promising Henri that he will fit in as best as he can. Henri reluctantly provides him with a phone to maintain contact, instructing him to answer regularly or alert him if something goes wrong. At school, John is accompanied by his loyal dog, Bernie Kosar. As he waits for his class schedule, he notices a girl named Sarah in the principal's office, setting the stage for new connections and the unfolding challenges that await him in his attempt to blend in. At school, John notices Sarah secretly taking photos during class. He feels an immediate unspoken connection to her, curious about her intentions. Later, the school staff directs Sarah and John to walk to his locker together. While navigating the crowded hallways, John catches the attention of a boy named Mark and his friends, who introduce themselves, offering to help if needed. However, Mark quickly shows his cruel side, targeting a shy, nerdy student named Sam. He tosses Sam's skateboard aside, prompting John to intervene. Compassionate and protective, John picks up the skateboard and befriends Sam, offering support. Later, John witnesses Mark harassing Sam again. Overcome with anger at the injustice, John impulsively throws a nearby ball, which arcs through the air with incredible force. From a distance, Sarah discreetly captures the moment in a photograph, sparking John's curiosity about her. That night, John discovers a website where Sarah stores her photos. To his astonishment, he finds an entire album filled with images of him, revealing her fascination. Concerned about the potential danger, John swiftly erases any trace of himself from the digital archive to maintain his secrecy. Meanwhile, the relentless Mogadorians realize that Number 4 is still alive after discovering the burned remains of the cabin in Ohio. The following day, John sits in class when his hand begins to emit a brilliant, dazzling light known as lumen. The glow activates his watch, alerting Henri to John's developing powers. Worried for his safety, Henri rushes to John's side, explaining that the light signifies the awakening of his alien abilities. Henri warns John that he must learn to control his powers before returning to school. Fascinated by his newfound abilities, John spends the evening experimenting in secret with his loyal dog, Bernie Kosar. John sneaks out through a window to further test his powers. He hurls a rock into the sky, sending it soaring so high it nearly reaches outer space. He jumps, floating gracefully back to the ground, reveling in his newfound strength and freedom. Meanwhile, the Mogadorian commander behaves suspiciously, acquiring strange items and feeding them to a massive, barely visible creature lurking in the shadows. During one of his outings, John unexpectedly encounters Sarah on the street. He invites her for a walk, and she happily agrees. She later invites him to dinner at her home, allowing John to meet her family. Sarah's parents, supportive of her love for photography, suggest attending the town's nighttime carnival, which excites John and the family. While exploring Sarah's room later that evening, John discovers a scrapbook revealing that she dislikes having her picture taken. Outside, Bernie Cassar begins barking, prompting John to leave abruptly. Unbeknownst to him, a jealous school bully observes John and Sarah together, feeling threatened by their growing friendship. The next day, Sam approaches John, curious about the glowing incident during class, but John shares little. Sam, concerned for his friend, warns him to be cautious around Mark, James, and their group. Tensions escalate when Mark throws paint on the students' lockers, angering Sam. Attempting to stand up for himself, Sam lunges at Mark, but John's hand begins to glow mysteriously again. Despite the chaos, John remains calm, choosing to walk away from the fight. Seeking a moment of quiet, John retreats to the schoolroom where Sam recounts a strange story about his father, who had been obsessed with aliens and mysteriously disappeared. Sam believes that extraterrestrial forces were involved, hinting at secrets and dangers beyond John's immediate understanding. Later, John spots Sarah in the hallway, but deliberately avoids her, wary of drawing attention to his presence and abilities. Meanwhile, Henri delves into the mystery of Sam's missing father. His investigation leads him to an abandoned factory where he discovers strange symbols etched into a pillar and a glowing stone resting on the ground. Intrigued, he learns that the stone is called a locator, an object capable of revealing hidden truths. Curious, Henri takes it home to study, analyzing its powers and purpose in his room. John receives an unexpected invitation from Sarah to attend the spring carnival. At the festival, she opens up about her past relationship with Mark, explaining how their breakup had led him to spread personal secrets about her in a cruel and public way. As the night progresses, they ride through the dark forest in a creepy carriage, which leads them to a terrifying location known as Hell's Gate. Here they are ambushed by Mark and his friends. Outnumbered and in peril, John is severely injured, while Sarah is taken captive. From a distance, Sam watches helplessly, understanding the danger John faces. With no other options, John taps into his alien abilities, using them to rescue Sarah. His newfound powers allow him to fight back fiercely, nearly breaking Mark's arm in the process. Once Sarah is safe, John escorts her home, and the two share their first kiss. Demonstrating his increasing power, John effortlessly shatters a lamppost with his bare hand. Determined to prepare for the challenges ahead, John visits Sam's house and reveals his true alien origin, confirming what Sam's father had always believed. He entrusts Sam with this secret, emphasizing the danger it could bring if exposed. Sam, understanding the gravity of the situation, agrees to keep it hidden. The next day, the local sheriff, who also happens to be Mark's father, arrives at John's house to inquire about the attack on his son. John firmly asserts his innocence, insisting he had no involvement. Henri, observing John's growing abilities and resolve, feels proud but becomes concerned when a video of John struggling in the ocean goes viral online. He advises John to leave immediately for safety, but John refuses, unwilling to abandon his connection to Sarah. This disagreement sparks a heated argument between the two. Events take a darker turn when Henri is kidnapped, leaving John with no choice but to embark on a dangerous mission to rescue his guardian. He invites Sam to join him, relying on his friend's bravery and loyalty. Upon arriving at the location where Henri is being held, John instructs Sam to follow a mysterious figure quietly while he sneaks into the house. Inside, John discovers numerous newspaper clippings about missing persons, evidence of the sinister forces at play. He eventually finds Henri injured and incapacitated, held captive by two individuals who believe in bizarre conspiracies and are secretly working for the Mogadorians. Suddenly, a terrifying Mogadorian bursts into the room, attacking them violently. John and Sam narrowly escape, but Henri is left to confront the alien threat alone. As panic sets in, Sam realizes he cannot find the car keys, prompting John to ignite the vehicle using his powers. Just as they attempt to flee, the relentless Mogadorian returns, fatally wounding Henri. With his dying breath, Henri entrusts John with a special knife and a tracking device, explaining that Sam's father had used a similar locator stone to search for other Lorien children like them. He urges John to find more of their kind, emphasizing that their combined strength will be crucial to stopping the Mogadorians. Meanwhile, the Mogadorians track down the conspiracy theorist's home, punishing them for their failure to capture John. Simultaneously, local authorities arrive at John's house, erroneously labeling him a terrorist. Amidst the confusion, Sarah begins to harbor doubts and pleads with John to reveal the truth about his identity. As they move, Sam tells John about another special stone that his father had discovered during an alien hunting expedition in Mexico. He plans to retrieve it, with Bernie, John's loyal dog, ready to assist. Before their departure, John goes to Sarah's house to apologize and bid farewell. However, their conversation is abruptly interrupted when the police corner them on the roof. In a heart-stopping moment, Sarah slips from the edge, but John instinctively uses his powers to catch her midair. He then lifts a police car with his mind, clearing a path and allowing them to escape the approaching officers, a striking display of his ever-growing abilities. Unaware of the looming threat, they head toward the school. A convoy of Mogadorians, however, is en route, targeting Mark and his father. The alien leader demands Mark lead them to John, intensifying the danger. Sam warns John of the incoming threat, prompting the group to flee. In the chaos, Number 6, also known as Jane, arrives, wielding her unique weapon to aid them in battling the alien forces. She demonstrates her agility and combat prowess by swiftly taking down 2 formidable adversaries. The Mogadorians retaliate by unleashing their flying lizards, adding an unexpected layer of danger. In a startling twist, Bernie transforms into a terrifying creature, causing panic for Sam, but ultimately joining John in combat. Together, they confront the monstrous lizards. After an intense and exhausting battle, John, Jane, and Bernie emerge victorious, though Bernie sustains injuries and reverts back to his dog form. Following the skirmish, Jane encourages John to share his light, charging her powers. The team presses forward, combining their strengths to confront the remaining Mogadorians. At the soccer field, they encounter the Mogadorian commander and a powerful monster awaiting them. Through skillful teamwork, John and Jane neutralize the monster posing the greatest threat to the commander. In a tense moment, the monster captures Jane, but John quickly channels his power to rescue her. Using a devastating final attack, John unleashes a massive explosion that destroys the commander, while Jane shields them both from the fire. The following day, John and his allies connect the mysterious blue stones, uncovering the location of the remaining Lorien children. Unexpectedly, Mark arrives, delivering John's mysterious box, and Sam officially joins the team. Together, they embark on a journey to locate and protect the other Lorien children. To their surprise, the injured Bernie reappears, ready to continue the mission alongside them. Like and subscribe for more recaps like this.